What is up guys, Phoenix here, and welcome back to another part for our Rengoku the Flame Hashira from Demon Slayer pixel art tutorial. So where we last left off, we completed most of the right side of his hair. There are small details. There's like that one patch up there that's going to connect with his some of the shading that I've left out, but I'm pretty sure that's about it. So we're gonna jump down again into his collar down here, and we have a couple of details I want to iron out, and then I want to move on to the face. I want to start trying to maybe wrap this up in two more parts, hopefully. So let's go down to this bottom part underneath his neck, where we have this one placement block over here. So this should be left over from the last part. Hopefully you're able to locate it. You can look at the right hand camera screen. You can see it's like right where the hair went up into his ear. Anyways, once you find that spot, you can remove the placement block because we're going to be working from there, and we're going to go down and to the left, so placement block underneath or to the left side, and we're going to do the 2 flat 3 times in a row. 1 2, that's 1, 1 2, that's 2, 1 2, that's 3. From that last set of 2 flats, so this one all the way on the left over here, we're going to go to the left block in it, and we're going to put 3 placement blocks on top. 1 2 3. And then after that, we're going to put a coal right on top of that, and then delete the placement blocks. We're then going to go to this new single we have right here and put 1 coal to the right. And if you zoom out, you can see it's exactly kind of just parallel to the 2 flat we had below it. Anyways, from the floating 2 flat now, we're just going to go down and to the left from the left block. 3 flat 2 times in a row. So 1 2 3, that's 1. 1 2 3, that's 2. Perfect. This part is kind of just floating right here, and it's not going to connect to anything, so if you accidentally mess this up, this part is fine. This bottom part, however, is part of the collar, so it's going to need to make sense. Anyways, from that 2 now we're going to go back down to the 2 flat right here, and we're going to go down into the left from it. 3 flat 1 2 3, down into the left 4 flat 1 2 3 4, and you can see I'm just putting my placement block at the end each time. If it's in the wrong spot, it's fine, we can just switch it up. Down into the left 3 flat 2 times in a row. 1 2 3, that's 1 placement block. 1 2 3, that's 2. From that 3 flat, we're gonna go to the block all the way on the left side, and I want you to put 3 placement blocks on top of it. 1 2 3, and then we're gonna put a coal on top of that. Now from this floating coal, we're just going to add 1 to the left, like so. Then we're going to go down into the left 3 flat, 3 times in a row. 1 2 3, that's 1, placement block. 1 2 3, and then finally 1 2 3. Perfect. From there, we can go back now to the 3 flat that we just have floating out of nowhere right here, and we're going to continue working with it. On the left side again, we're going to go down into the left 6 flat. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Placement block. Whoops, wrong one. Placement block. Down into the left 2 flat. 1 2. And from the left block in that, we're going to add another 12 blocks underneath it. So count carefully. We already have 1 right here. We just need 12 more. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, and the 12th block was already there from what we did previously in our build, so it's fine. As long as it connected to that corner piece right there, that means you've done it correctly. Anyways, this is looking good. On the right hand camera screen, you can see the collar's looking completed. We're just missing a few lines in it. So what we're gonna do for that is where we just connected, you can see there's this single block right here, and then also this long plank on the bottom half over there. So what we're gonna do is on that long plank right here, let's go to the right side of it where the single is, and I want you to count 2 blocks to the left of the single with placement blocks, so like this, 1 2, and then we're gonna put a coal after that. So as you can see, the single is just floating right here, minding its own business. Then we put 2 placement blocks and then a coal. From that new coal, we're gonna add 13 to the top of it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13, and then we're gonna go up and to the right 1 single. Perfect. This also doesn't connect to anything, so if you accidentally did like 12 instead of 13 and then went up into the right one single like this or something, it doesn't really matter. Nobody can actually tell, but you'll know. You'll know you did it wrong, and it will haunt you forever. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it doesn't really matter for that part. We're just trying to get this shape going. Anyways, let's go back down that slope. And now towards the left side of the single, so this is, I mean, we were on the left side, but we're gonna go more to the left. We should have this other single block floating over here. And instead of going 2 to the left of it, we're gonna go up into the right from it, 11 vertical. So placement block to the top or right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And now we can see, if we zoom out, now we have these extended lines on both sides of the collar that just kind of mimic each other. They're not really the same, but they're kind of similar, and that's all that matters. Anyways, from the top of that 11 vertical now, we're going to switch over to our placement blocks and put 3 placement blocks on top. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go up into the left from that top block, 1 single piece of coal, like this. From that 1 single piece of coal, we're going to go up into the left 3 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. Up into the left 2 flat, and we're going to do that 3 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And 1, 2, that's 3. And if you look, it should meet with what we already had at the diagonal. We marked this previously with a placement block because we didn't know where we would attack it from. It looks like we've met up with it, so you can get rid of the placement block now. And as you can see from the right hand camera screen, the collar's looking pretty nifty. I don't think I'm missing anything now in the collar other than shading, and we'll get to the shading later. It's not too fun to do, but we will do the shading on the neck right now. So let's switch to black concrete. And what I want you to do is, this is the block we just met up at. Hopefully you didn't zoom out and lose it already. If we look at the top right corner over here, where we have this backwards L, it kind of meets up in this like crook right here where it's a tiny piece of his neck. Hopefully you're able to tell the difference. It's kind of hard to see. You'll know you're in the right spot because of this weird backwards L shape. So I'll mark it on the build for you to see, and hopefully you can find it on the right hand camera screen. So if we go from here with the backwards L, and we're gonna go to the right until we find a 3 flat. So you can see we have a 2 flat, a 2 flat, a 2 flat again, and then our first 3 flat. There's another one next to it, but we want the first one. We're gonna take our black concrete, not our black coal, and go up into the right 1 single from the end of it, like so. So just to reiterate, the first set of 3 flat we see, not the second one over here, the first one. We're gonna go to the end, and we just put a black concrete going up and to the right from it. Now if we go to the right side a little bit more, you can see it dips down into this 2 flat, then it rises up into another 2 flat, then we have 4, 4, 4, and then 3. We want to get to this 4 that's right before the 3. So let's mark it so you can see it. From that 4 flat, I want you to find the second to last block from the right side, so this one right here. And what we're going to do is put 1 concrete on top of it. And then from that black concrete, all we're going to do is go up and to the right 1 single until we can't anymore, alright? So once there's no more up and to the rights to go, then we'll stop. So I think it's about 13 in total. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And as you can see, we can't go up and to the right anymore because we already have a coal right here. So that's where we're gonna stop. And that's the shading of the neck completely done already. All we're going to do now is we can color in every piece from here to there with black concrete. And this is going to be one of the first pixel arts I color with you guys because of the fact that the hair is so messy that I figure it's more important to make sure you guys have the hair done completely and correctly. So I'm going to color some of the pixel art with you guys. So there you go. That's going to be the neck shading right there. Every other part of the neck actually is going to be colored with the skin tone, but we just want this little bit of shadow underneath his neck. So once you're done coloring that, you're good to go. Let's get rid of these placement blocks here. And now we can move on to another segment. I'm still not doing the shading on his jacket. Let's move on to the face. So for the face, let's go to the top left part over here where we have and actually, did I do enough of the hair? I'm still missing a lot of the hair, actually. We're not going to do the face. I just realized the left side of the hair is not done yet. As you can see, we have these placement blocks just waiting right here. So yeah, let's get to that. So over here on the left side of the hair, you can see we have this dangling placement block right here, which I didn't even know existed up until today. We're going to work with that. So let's go there. And what I want you to do is get rid of the placement block at the bottom. And we're going to find the second to last and third to last block from the bottom. So these two right here. And we're going to put one coal to the left of each of them. 1, 1, just like that. From there, we're going to go up and to the left 2 flat. So placement block on the top or left side. And we're going to go up and to the left 2 flat. 1, 2. From the left block in that 2 flat, we're going to put 2 on top. 1, 2. And 4 below. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're then going to go down into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. From the left block in that 2 flat, we're going to put 1 underneath. We're then going to go down into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And from the 3 flat, we're going to locate ourselves to the left side over here. And from that final block, we're going to just put 1 below it. And we're going to put 5 on top. So let's go above. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Now let's go to the bottom block where we have the single right here. We're just going to go down into the left 1 single real quick just to get a spike. And then we're going to go to the top. And we're going to go up into the left 1 single. From that 1 single at the top, let's put our placement block on top and go up into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. We're then going to double up that 2 vertical and add an extra piece of coal to the left side of each one. So 1, 1, just like that. Now we have this brick. From the top left corner of the brick, we're just going to put 1 coal on top. And from the bottom left corner of the brick, we're then going to go and put 6 blocks going below it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From there, we're going to go and find the third to last block from the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, that one right there. And we're going to put 1 coal to the left. I was going to say second to last by accident, but it's third to last, third. From that single, now we're going to put 1 placement block to the left side of it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put another single of coal to the left of that placement block. And then 2 pieces of coal on top of that placement block. 1, 2. Like this. Now from the left single, all we have to do from there is go down into the left 3 vertical. So placement block underneath or to the left side. 1, 2, 3. And that connected with the wall of what we've previously built. So we can kind of, you know, we're done with that. And then we're going to go trace back to the 2 vertical we just added. And from the top of the 2 vertical, I want you to go up into the left 6 vertical. So placement block on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then let's find the third to last block from the top. So this one right here. And we're going to put 2 pieces of coal to the left. 1, 2. Down and to the left 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. From the bottom block in those 3 singles, we're going to find this one right here and add 2 more coal underneath it. 1, 2. So now we have this structure. And then from that 3 vertical we now just created, we're going to add another piece of coal to the left of each block. So 1, 1, 1, creating this little brick shape again. From the bottom left corner of that brick, we're going to add 1 coal underneath, like so. And then we're going to go above it and add 5 blocks going straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the top, we're going to mark the top block and the second to last block. We're going to work with the second to last block first. I want you to go to the left side of it and put 2 pieces of coal going to the left. 1, 2. We're then going to go down into left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down and to the left, 7 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoops, 7. As you can see, it met up at the diagonal right here, so we can get rid of this placement block now. Then we're going to go to the second to last block on the left side of that 7 we just placed. And we're going to put 2 coal going straight down. 1, 2. From those 2 coals, we're going to go down into the right 2 vertical again. 1, 2. Down into the right 2 singles. 1, 2. And from that bottom single, we're going to add an extra 4 blocks to the right. So let's go to the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should be 5 blocks in total now. Let's locate the third block or the middle block in that 5 flat. And we're going to put another coal underneath it. Then we're going to go down into the left 1 single. Down into the left 3 vertical. Placement block. 1, 2, 3. Down into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. And then finally down to left 3 vertical. And this should connect to this flat right here. So 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So the thing I love about doing the hair right here is a lot of this is going to be part of the different hair textures, but it's not the shading portion that I was worried about. So, you know, we're getting some of the hair done early, so that's going to relieve some of the stress later of how crazy the hair is going to get. Anyways, if we backtrack a little bit to where we had the singles earlier, remember we had this 9 vertical right here, and we marked the top block and the second to last one. And the second to last block is what we used to build all of this right here. We're now going to go back to the top block and work from there. So from that top block, we're going to get rid of the placement block and go up into the right, 2 vertical, 1, 2. Up into the right, 2 vertical again, 1, 2. Except this one's different because from the top block in that 2 vertical, we're going to add 1 to the right and 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3. From there, we're going to go up into the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up into the left 1 single. Up into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. And from that 2 flat, we're going to double up again. 1, 1. And now from the top left corner, we're going to add an extra block to the left. And from the top right corner, we're going to add an extra 3 blocks to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now from there, we're going to go up into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the right 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Up into the right 4 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 1. Placement block to the top or right side. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 2. And it connected to something we previously had. So once again, we get to delete this placement block because we've already connected now. And that completes the shape. So that's pretty good, actually. That saves us some time because that actually went to the corner of the hair that it was supposed to. So we don't have to worry about that. Is there any shading spots that I'm missing? Yeah, in the hair, actually, what we can do is let's go to the top right corner now. And in the top right corner, we should have that placement block already waiting up there. So let's work with that for now. So if we fly all the way up here, we should have this placement on these 2 flats up here. Once you find this 2 flat at the top that we have marked off right here, we can get rid of the placement blocks and we're going to go to the bottom left side of it and continue building from there. So let's go down into left 5 flat first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're just going to keep putting a place block at the end. Down to left 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And once you have that 8 flat, we're going to go to the left side of it. And on that left block all the way on the left side, we're going to put 2 above it. 1, 2. And then we're going to go to this bottom left corner. And we're going to put 2 singles going down to the left. 1, 2. Now let's go back to the 2 on top we have right here, and we're just going to go up and to the right 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the right 7 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then from that 7 vertical, we're going to find the third to last block from the top, so this one right here. And we're just going to add 1 coal to the left. From that 1 coal to the left, we're going to go down into the left 2 singles. 1, 2. Down to the left 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into left 1 single. Down into left 2 flat again. 1, 2. Down into left 2 singles. 1, 2. Down into left 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god. 5, 6. And if you look at the right hand camera screen now, you can see we're just getting like the horn pointy shape in his hair. So we're gonna do a couple more of those. And also there's some line segments in his hair that we're missing. Basically just adding the spikes and the inner detail. Anyways, from this 6 flat, we're gonna go down into the left 4 flat 2 times in a row. So placing block underneath or to the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2. Down into left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Then from the 3 flat right here, we're going to go all the way to the left side right here, and we're going to add an extra 4 blocks to the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we have this big L shape. From the bottom left corner of this L shape, we're just going to go down into the left 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from the top block in the L shape, so this block up here, we're going to go up and to the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up and to the left 1 single. Then from that single block, we're going to add an extra block to the left side. And from that extra block, we're going to put 1 on top and 4 below. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Let's put our placement block on the bottom, and we're going to continue by going down into the left 1 single. Down into left 2 vertical. 1, 2. And from that 2 vertical, we're going to go to the bottom block in it. And we're just going to put 7 coals going to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. From those 7 coals, we're going to go to this first block on the right, so this one right here. Remember, we started after the bottom block, so this is the first block in the 7. And we're just going to add an extra 2 coals underneath. 1, 2. Just like this. From those underneath coals, we're going to go down into the left 4 singles. So placement block. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Now let's finish up that shape by going down to the left 2 flat. 1, 2. And then we can follow this back up to the 7 flat we just created. And instead of the first block in it, we're going to go to the final block all the way on the left side. So this one over here. And we're going to add an extra coal to the left. From that extra coal, we're then going to put 6 blocks on top of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we can split into 2 directions. First, what we're going to do is from the top block, we're going to count down 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to find the 4th block, which is the one below that as well. And let's put 1 coal to the left of each of these. So 1, 1. What we can also do is from the bottom, all the way at the bottom right here, we can go down into the left 2 vertical 2 times in a row. So placing block underneath or to the left side. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Perfect. Now let's go back up to the 2 vertical we have on the left side right here. We're going to go to the bottom block in it, and we're going to go down into the left 1 single. Down into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into the left 1 single again. Down into left 2 flat. 1, 2. And it's going to get really confusing from here on, guys, so make sure you pay close attention. Slow down the video if you need to, or just make sure that you pause whenever I pause. Anyways, from here we're going to go down and to the left, 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then down and to the left, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down and to the left, 4 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1. Place and block again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2. And now what we're going to do is this splits off into 2 different directions. We can work with this bottom set of 4 or this top set of 4. I think it'd be easier to work with the top set of 4 first. So we're going to mark the bottom set of 4 and just come back to it later when I reference it. But let's go to the top set right here. And on the top block, we're going to put a placement block above it so that we can go up and to the left, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. From that 3 vertical, we're going to split into 2 directions again. That's why I said this is confusing. So what we're going to do is put a placement block on top. On the left side, we're going to go up and to the left, 5 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the right side, we're just going to go up and to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. So we have this now. It kind of forks off in 2 directions. Alright, let's mark the 5 singles on the left side so that we can come back to that later. We're going to work with the 2 vertical on the right side for now. So from that 2 vertical, we're going to go up and to the right, 5 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Now we're going to go to the bottom set of 5 verticals, so this one right here, and we're going to find the second to last block from the bottom, and we're going to add 1 coal to the right side of it. From that coal, we're going to go up and to the right, 1 single, up and to the right, 2 vertical, 1, 2, up and to the right, 4 singles, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the right, 2 flat, 1, 2, and then up and to the right, 1 single, 1. Perfect. So now we can backtrack a bit because we're done with this part of the hair, and we can go back to the left side where we had the 5 singles going in this direction, not the 5 verticals, the 5 singles right here on the left side. Now we're going to go to the left side where we have the 5 singles over here, and we're going to delete the placement blocks now and go to the top part of it. Right here, and first thing we're going to do is put a placement block to the left side of it, like so. And from that placement block, I want you to put 1 coal to the left, and then 2 coals on top, and 2 coals below it. So now we have this cross shape with the placement block, and you can get rid of the placement block now. Looks kind of symmetrical, actually. From the left block, so this left single over here, we're just going to go up into the left 1 single from it. Up into the left 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3, and from the top block into 3 vertical, we're going to add 1 piece of coal to the right, and all we're going to do is join it to the 2 vertical we have right here by going down into the right 1 single. So placement block underneath or to the right side, 1. Perfect. Now we can drop down to the bottom where we have the 2 verticals on the bottom and put a placement block underneath it so that we can go down into the right 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to find the middle block in that 3 vertical and put 2 pieces of coal to the left, 1, 2. Placement block on the end so that we can go up into the left 6 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So that's it for this bridge of the hair. Now we can drop back down to the bottom where we had the 4 vertical marked off with placement blocks. Remember I said we were coming back to this one on the bottom later after we were done with all the webbing at the top. So let's go to the 4 we have on the bottom right here, and we can get rid of the placement blocks now. And at the bottom of it, we're going to put a placement block underneath so that we can go down into the left 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3. Placement block underneath, and we're going to use that placement block to go down into the left and down into the right 2 vertical, so it's on both sides. So 1, 2, that's 1. Go to the opposite side, 1, 2, that's 2. Perfect. You can choose the left or the right side. I'm going to choose the left side. We're going to go down into the right 3 vertical to close this shape out. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And once you close the shape out, we can work with the left side of the 2 vertical or the right side of the 2 vertical. We're going to be doing 2 different shapes. I'm going to work with the right side first, so we can mark the left side to come back to it. From the right side, we're going to go to the top block and put a placement block above it, so we can go up into the right, 2 vertical, 1, 2. Up into the right, 2 singles, 1, 2. Up into the right, 2 vertical, 1, 2. Up into the right, 2 flat, 4 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. And then finally, 1, 2, that's 4. Now from there, we can go to the left side where we had the 2 vertical. And we're going to go to the top block in that. And we're going to go up into the left, 2 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4 times in a row. So placement block on top. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. 1, 2, that's 4. Perfect. So it should be 5 in total. We already had 1 right there, and then we added 4 more of them. That's why I had to recount. From that top block, we're going to go up into the left, 2 flat, and we're going to do that 5 times in a row as well. So 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. 1, 2, that's 4. And then finally, 1, 2, that's 5. Now from there, we're going to go up into the left 2 singles. 1, 2. Up into the left 2 verticals. 1, 2. Up into the left 1 single again. Up into the left 2 vertical again. 1. And that 2 vertical should have connected to something we previously had built, so you can get rid of those extra placement blocks and then just kind of zoom out from here. There is still some more hair detail we need to do for shading purposes, and I'll go over that in person. But I think we're good for the hair for today, so we will probably move on to the face in the next part, and then we'll do the shading last. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this tutorial part. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe for more pixel art content. This is Phoenix, and as always, I'll see you guys later.